Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we don't like to throw around the word dynasty loosely, but for the Chiefs, it applies. I mean, they're looking for their third title now in 5 years.
And with the way this league is configured now, it absolutely applies. I think you're totally on target. Remember, they lost a Super Bowl in there too. So to be back for the fourth time in 5 years in today's NFL, that's pretty incredible.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive sixth Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in the first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans, and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
The 2023 season has 1 game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. Here's Richie James on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. So that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. Ray McCloud deep here for the Niners. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his 2nd year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Purdy to throw it on first down. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
I certainly liked what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a small gain on the play.
Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Open. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A little juke. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Purdy from the gun. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 19 yards away. And the Niners are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Here's James. Now James returning. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful on one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down at 7. Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Purdy. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Nick Bolton able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. For the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here's Mooney back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards alone. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And again, it's Mahomes. He'll complete this one to Watson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 10-7 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On first down, Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in his first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And throwing here, Purdy. His throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Purdy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He's up to 70 yards now in this 1st half receiving as he's got a 1st down. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Purdy. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And bulldozing his way through. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's got this down to the 35. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half.
They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Rice. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Pacheco is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. James now to return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This is 2nd and 8. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Throwing here, Purdy. Samuel bringing in the slant.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now Samuel.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, Purdy.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Try to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And Purdy's throw going to be taken in by Ayuk.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And his kick is indeed good, and they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. KC's offense ready to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
3rd quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Purdy bootlegging it.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, that touchdown won't change who's going to win the game, but I think you and I know a few people who play fantasy football that may have had some interest in that one.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you get late in these games and they're out of reach, those touchdowns, maybe a couple people on the edge of their couch for the wrong reason.
Yeah, not just moral victories are played for anymore, are they?
Moody good with the extra point.
And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
In motion left goes Watson. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum. There he goes, left side! And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Purdy from the gun.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
104 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.